Hello, my name is Robert Grasso, and this is Booty, which is a rapid game development. It's the result of rapid game development class at Academy of Art University in San Francisco, and I was the lead designer, production manager, uh, mostly made sure that everybody had things to do, but I also did a lot of the level design, scripting, uh, lighting, um, puzzle design, pretty much most of this project, and implementing all the props that our 3D team made. I did. So here we go. I wanted the camera to start kind of downward, to make the player feel like they were disoriented because, as you can see, something catastrophic has happened. Uh, this light, some part of the level design was to make a very clear arrow pointing to this important object. It's also the only object in the level that kind of has like odd lighting effect on it compared to everything else kind of having this warmer color. This one's got more of like an ethereal um, effect as if it was like some sort of spiritual something or other. There was a lot more to this, a lot more story to this game, but we had to nix it for the sake of the deadline and just having some sort of end condition. But the overall idea was that there was a love affair with the captain of the ship. That's why the game is called Booty. Because it's also play on words, because that's what pirates also call like gold or loot. Um, and yeah, so I'm gonna press E, and that will give me the ability to interact with things. Originally, there was this ability to press E on little everything in the game, and you could like try all the things, like see what happens if you pick up this scroll and put it over the candle. If you pour this cup onto the candle, it would put the flame out. There were candle like particles also before, but I removed them because of performance issues. Anyway, I'm going to press E on this. It goes down into that, and so hopefully that light would lead the player. Really inspired by like Scorpion King or the Mummy, where they have those Egyptian mirror mazes. Okay. And so you can't do anything with this. So people would often be stuck here and not sure what to do. And so originally this was perfectly straight off. I tried to make it slightly off to the left so that way the light, like you come over here, you kind of see that from the knob. But anyway, press E on it. And then the moonlight from that opens the chest. You press E, pick it up, and then you come over here, press E on this. Now you have a key. That one just opened, and then you jump in. And now you're realizing that it's sinking, and you really just gotta go for it. A little bit of playtime in here, like it's a little forgiving with the oxygen meter in the top left. Originally, these bubbles made by Ivy were supposed to replenish your oxygen. Our game net ended up not being that long. These are all purely physics and not really scripted at all. So you're still under here. So press E. Wow, you have to spam it. So that's the game. Ivy did a lot of help with scripting, and she also did major help with brainstorming the game design decisions, really conflicting and working with me to kind of balance the narrative goals with the game's possible I guess what's possible within the game within the time constraints that we had. We had a lot of conversations about that. Ksenia was the concept art lead, and then she did a lot of like the main environment and level, and then Genre did specifically props, and then Ksenia would help, but she usually would assign Genre which props he did. Scripting again was majorly me. I did a lot of stuff like the floating key, the interactable mirror, and like pressing the E on that final door on the end, and the triggerable uh, obstacles where like the beam fell and the barrels collapsed. When the ship would start sinking was when you put the key in the lock and dropped into that room. Uh, I did all of those things and the sound and this victory screen popping up. I did not create the screen. Um, that would be Yanji, who created much of the UI stuff, including the oxygen bar. The game was inspired by Sea of Thieves. We were gonna go for like a sort of Fortnite level of detail. Um, and then Ara helped us with his free time for sound effects. Um, he was not part of this class at all, so he kind of did it on his own time. So overall, I think the team did pretty good. I created this pretty early in my degree track, and my capabilities have uh, improved quite a bit in terms of Blueprint and Unreal. Okay, uh, thank you for watching.